Alright guys, we are on the Quarantined Oblivion Gates mod page on Nexus Mods. As always, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below so you guys can follow along with everything that I'm doing. And if you find that you really like this mod, please endorse it. This is one of my all-time favorite mods, bar none. I would love to see this thing get way more endorsements than it's currently got. What exactly is this mod, though? What is Quarantined Oblivion Gates? Well, if any of you have been watching my playthrough of Oblivion Remastered, you've probably seen this in action over and over again. It essentially adds Imperial soldiers defending against infinite waves of Daedra pouring out of all of the wild Oblivion Gates that you encounter in your journeys. So anywhere an Oblivion Gate pops up, there's going to be Imperial soldiers. And as you can see from here, there are regular Imperial soldiers, there's Imperial battle mages, and there are even archers. This is one of the greatest immersion adding mods I have had the pleasure of playing with. It changes my attitude towards Oblivion Gates 100%. It impresses upon you the urgency to go over there and help fight off the Daedra as they're pouring out, because these guys are going to die if you don't. So it does add a bit of urgency there, but it also adds a lot more motivation to actually close the gate, because until you do, there's going to be infinite waves of Daedric pouring out. So, man, I can't describe enough how much this changes how I see Oblivion Gates when I'm playing the game. It goes from, oh, that's neat and I'll move on, to, oh, that's something I should deal with right now. I'm going to go do that. I love this mod. This is all-time favorite, one of my all-time favorite mods, 100%. Alright, now let's go ahead and dive into the next part, which is the installation. And the first part of that is requirements. So this mod is going to require two different mods, UE4SS for Oblivion Remastered and UE4SS Test Sync Map Injector. You will need both of these mods in order for this mod to work. Fortunately, I have videos already covering how to get these installed and up and running, and I will leave links to those videos in the description down below so you guys can get those set up and ready to go. Alright, now. Yeah. Let's dive into actual installation, and I'm going to cover both the Vortex installation and the manual installation, but let's go ahead and start with the mod manager download first. Alright, so it's going to remind us we have these two requirements. I'm going to trust you guys that you went ahead and got these installed, and start the Vortex download now. And as you can see here on Vortex, Quarantined Oblivion Gates is right there installed and enabled and ready to go. And that essentially is all there is when installing this for Vortex. It is up and running and ready to go. And that's it. So let's go ahead and go to manual installation now. We'll do the manual download. It's going to slow download. It's going to go there, and then once it's done downloading, we can open it up. And as you can see, I have this zip file right here. And we are going to go ahead and extract it with 7-zip. And now that I have it extracted, we can delete the zip file. We don't need that anymore. And I'm going to open this up, and you can see we have both the quarantinegates.esp and the sync map folder. And now we just need to find the right place to put those. So I'm going to open up my game folder, which I'm going to do from Vortex because it's pretty simple, pretty easy to do. But for you guys, you will need to find your Oblivion Remastered game, which you should be familiar with where it is if you're installing this manually. But if you're not familiar with where it's at, it's wherever you have Steam installed. For me, that's on my C drive, and it's inside Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Oblivion Remastered. And from here, we're going to go into Oblivion Remastered, Content, Dev, OBV Data, Data. And in here, you can see a couple of things. The first is that I already have Quarantine Gates right there. I already have the ESP file installed right here, and that's because I have it installed with Vortex, and Vortex does all the heavy lifting for me. So there it is. And then the other thing that we're going to see is there's already a sync map folder here. If we open this up, you can see we've got the quarantinegates.ini right here, and that is also already installed. So Vortex has done all this heavy lifting for me already, but for you guys, you will need to drag and drop all of the contents here into this data folder where all the ESP files are and the sync map folder itself is. You just drop them in here, and hopefully both of these are going to go in nice and neat and snug, and that'll be that. And then there's only one last thing you need to do to make sure that this is installed manually and correctly, is you need to open your plugins.txt file, which is essentially your load order. You should see at least Oblivion, the DLCs, and at the very bottom here, Alter Gym Navigation, and all that. You need to add quarantinegates.esp exactly as it appears here, which is exactly the file name, including the .esp. You need to make sure that you add it above Alter Gym Navigation, but below Alter Deluxe and Alter ESP. Okay. Once you've done that, guys, you have completely installed this manually, and if you save this file, you are good to go. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing and you guys found a cool new mod to add to your load order. If you did get lost along the way or are confused about anything or have some questions, please let me know in the comments down below, and I will do my best to get back to you and hopefully help resolve any issues you encounter. And with that all out of the way, guys, as always, happy modding and happy Mondays. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video all the way through to the end. I really appreciate it, and I hope it was very helpful showcasing this mod and showing how to install it. I'm really hoping that we can get this channel growing so that we can show as many people as possible how easy it is to install some mods and showcase some really good mods that some hardworking people come up with. In order to do that, though, I'm really going to need you guys' help. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Share this video with as many people as you can. We'll try to get this channel growing, and hopefully it helps as many people as possible. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time.